Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 110. 110 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Oh boy. Hope you guys are doing well. Last episode was a lot of fun. We met Grieving Mother, who turns out to be a companion. And we sorted her out, leveled her up to 9, gave her the proper gear. At least what Sagani was using, and we now have a party of 2 new members, pretty much, Aravius and Grieving Mother, she goes by the name of. Interesting stuff. We're all sorted. We're ready to go, as good as it's going to get right now. Unless I do a severe overhaul of the gear, but I'm not going to. We have some stuff to sell. Alright, we're not heading to DYRFORD.
Stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Sure.
We're not heading to DYRFORD just yet. We're going to go talk to Lord Bjornwigar, who asked for an audience with us about, I think, bandits on his land or something. So let's come in here and see what's what. And then we'll head back to DYRFORD, continue searching around there, and head to the next adventure map, as it were. Lord Bjornwigar. I've heard a lot about you, Lord Elzarian. You seem like a man who knows how to get results. I have a matter I'd like to discuss with you, if you'll hear me out. I would urge caution, my lord. Lord Bjornwigar has gained a reputation as a man of brutal temperament. Some would call him cruel. You hear the steward's soft-spoken words within your head. Very well, let's hear it. Call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward. Should be interesting. Here comes Kitty to check things out. As a ruler of Cadnua, I'm sure you've seen your share of troublemakers, people determined to tear you down so you can share in their misery. I've had a few incidents on my land, rabble-rousing peasants, you see. Shameful as it is, they've gotten someone out of hand, refusing to work, threatening my guards, spouting this nonsense about unfair treatment. It's not as if I don't pay them. In any case, I fear they won't back down. The situation will only get worse if I don't put an end to it. Things may get a little messy. I thought it best to consult you on the matter first. What exactly have these peasants been saying? Oh, the usual. Bjornwigar folds his arms. That they don't enjoy the benefits of their labor, that they are treated too harshly. They're lazy, my lord, that's all. There is power and mercy, Lord Bjornwigar. Treat the people fairly and they'll be happy to work for you. It seems a soft approach. Bjornwigar's nose wrinkles, still think themselves victorious. Consider it a test of your understanding. You do better to speak with your people than to react with violence. Bjornwigar sounds decidedly unconvinced. Yes, well, I do appreciate the time you've taken to speak with me, my lord. I shall return home to think upon the matter. He bows and turns to stride from the hall. Leaves the stronghold. That did not go well. Let's get a... Okay, let's come down here.
Hello.
Let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff. The fine crossbow, padded armor, dagger. Make a quick 855. Let's see what our forces are looking like. Lord Gothman's army grows, Elzarian. Don't ignore his threat. Let's talk about my army. The marshal nods. What's the status? What special allies do I have available? The Knights of the Crucible will reinforce your infantry. My regular troops? Marshal shakes his head. Too green and too few. If you go up against Lord Gothman now, losses will be heavy. However, victory is still possible. We need to recruit veteran troops. Oh, 10,000 coppers. Right. I forgot about that. Very well. If we get 10,000 coppers, which we're very close to, and we will have it, We'll give that to him.
How do you do?
Right now, as much as it pains me to get rid of so many coppers at once. It is the wise thing to do. Find large shield. Manea's armor. I don't want to get rid of that. But we can maybe get rid of Ring of Unshackling, Berserker's Belt, Voice of the Mountaintop. How about 10 concentration usable by a ranger. We have 2 rings of unshackling. Sell one. Minor cloak of protection. Minor ring of protection. We have 2 cloaks of protection. Sell one. And there's our 10k. We have absolutely nothing left, so we have to sell more.
Met, friend.
So I can pay wages and stuff like that when they come up. We're going to have to sell some of these traps we're not using. Hail of darts. I don't know what to do with Lord Valtus's will and stuff. Scroll of Fireball we're going to sell. Up to 550. Bounding missiles 650. I still like that because it gives mirrored image. Let's see, restore critical endurance, prayer against infirmity, right at the untamed wild, +3 survival. Let's just sell those. We can live without them. Prayer against restraint, right of ancient legends, +3 lore. Get rid of that. We're up to 830, which is better. Nothing down there for sale. 2 white leaf. Lashon Karogolan. 20% focus game, 10 deflection. That's awesome. 20 reflex for a girl here. Grieving Mother. Gold Rot Shoe, 3 might, 1 move speed. That's good for everybody. Walking Shadows, +3 stealth. It is useful, but we'll sell it. 860. Boiling Spray. Let's get rid of those. They're not really that great. 3 to 10 raw damage, hazard AoE. It's only a 1 meter area of effect. Malignant Cloud. But we can try it. 1235, that's fine. Now let's come from that. Give him the 10k for mercenaries. Should be interesting. I know a good company or 2 of veterans that'd be willing to join us for a bit of coin. I'd say 10,000 copper should cover the expenses. This should do. Give 10,000 copper. His eyes widen. It will be done. What special allies do I have available? Knights of the Crucible. What's the status of my regular troops? As good as it can be, given the circumstances. With your willingness to spend coin, we should attract some veteran warriors as well. They'll be useful for their experience and will help with morale if the situation becomes dire. I've sent out a call for volunteers from the lands around Cadnua. Hopefully people will realize that being under your rule is preferable to that of Lord Gothbin's. Any hirelings stationed at Codnewell will also accompany you to the battle, so I suggest you acquire as many of them as possible. Okay, the Knights of the Crucible. Alright, that's all for now. Very well. How much time do I have? Enough. Very well. So, now we'll wait for allies possibly to show up. And Lord Birnwagard left your keep in a huff after deciding that your approach to dealing with the peasant uprising was too soft. Finished in 5 days. So that's going to get messy. Let's rest here and possibly get a might bonus. Which is always nice. Might is right, as they say.
The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
We don't see any might. Craft shop bonus. Lasts for 3 rest, 2 athletics, 3 constitution. We'll go with the woodland trails bonus again. Bong bong, mashallah. Now, we can head back to DYRFORD. DYRFORD. Oh, Grieving Mother says, training grounds construction completed. You feel a presence hovering nearby. When you turn, you see the Grieving Mother observing you. Concern crinkles the corners of her eyes and seeps into your mind. You wear a call of your own, Watcher. I see you shrouded by old lives and unanswered questions. Can you see any details of my past lives? She closes her eyes and you feel her energy directed inwards at you. She searches your mind, your memories, and parts of you that feel numb and still. She is as gentle as a mother with a newborn. Finally, she retreats. I am sorry. Whatever secrets your soul hides are not present in your mind. Yes, I felt them more and more as of late. This is why we journey together, that one day that one may draw strength from many, and that much may be mended by the purpose of one. As she peers at you, her brow seems creased with a new kind of anxiety. Your obscure past, does it trouble you? Seems pointless to give it much thought. She nods. I admire your clarity, Watcher, and I hope I may help prepare you for the decisions ahead. She retreats from you, fading into the background. If you did not already know she was here, you suspect you wouldn't notice her at all. Let's quickly do the formation, which all of a sudden is looking a bit weak. Grieving Mother. That's about the same health and endurance as Haravi's, actually. It's actually identical. So, but Haravius is not exactly a paragon himself, but oh well. I have the same too, so I don't know why I'm getting up there. Probably best to have me in the front lines, though, with my animal shifting ability. Alright, let's get out of Codnewell. We lost 10k copper. Maybe mercenaries are going to show up, or they're already there. I don't know, but we'll give it some time. Head back to DYRFORD. Look at all the cool companions, man. Oh, there's Cleobon Relag. Twin Elms, which... Elms Reach, Old Song, Hearth Song, Brutal Isle, Burial Isle. Man, so cool. So I hope you guys are digging the playthrough. I'm trying my best to just keep it going. Not slow up too much.
Do you still have family living in the Deerwood, Eder?
No, not these days. Parents left the country years back during the purges. I think about them a lot.
It's a shame you and your family suffered, even after the Saints' War ended. You Deerwoodens certainly have a knack for holding on to old grudges. My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Alright, we've come up here. We've been in there, right? Yeah.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
She's been missing for days. You people can't keep stonewalling us. And you just can't barge into our homes. We told you she's not here. Haron's men already asked us about the girl. What more do they want? I don't go out after dark anymore on account of that ogre. It's a shame that ogre took Rumbald's pigs, but what if it comes after us? Okay, we've got...
Oh, the smell around here reminds me of this stable hand, Drutman. Not real popular with the women, Drutman.
A barrel with elder antelope horn. Their speed and alertness make antelope challenging game for even experienced hunters, and their hides are valued for both decorative and practical purposes. Hides provide the leather used to create durable armor, while the spiraling horns of the oldest specimens are among the most prized of hunting trophies. Treegill's Curriery. I've never heard of such a thing. Curriery. Yeah, Curriery. I can't find it anywhere. We'll talk about this later. Get back to the dyes. I'll take care of our customer. Something right there. Water with courier's key. Treegill. The name precedes you.
Hello.
A sturdy, broad-shouldered man wipes his hands on his slacks. He reeks of the same foul compound wafting from the vats, and his arms are stained with dye. You're looking to purchase some leather. What's in the collapsed tower? It's collapsed. Nothing. He rolls his eyes and shrugs. A few hides on stretching racks, and the tallow stench Dangler's always grumbling about. The rest of the keep's dust, just like the fool Lady Thainu who tried to hold it. There's a bard at the inn who will tell you the whole blazing story if you want to hear it. He wipes a splotch of dye from his elbow with his shirt tail. Something else you need? Rumbald mentions something about an ogre. He's hardly talked about anything else since those pigs of his went missing. The whole town's been worried about that monster. People are starting to see shapes in their windows at night, hearing its growl and the snoring of their mates. It would put a lot of minds at ease if someone got rid of it. He scrapes at red pigment under his fingernails. I sometimes venture into the wilderness, collecting ingredients for my dyes, mind you. I've seen tracks east of here near the river. That couldn't have been anything else. What can you tell me about Elise Harand? He shrugs. Only that her father's men have been banging down doors and stirring up trouble looking for her. I never met her myself. That's strange. Dangler told me you two were acquainted. He watches you and smiles slowly. He doesn't miss much. What exactly did he tell you? He said she was looking for an escape. Her father's dragged her out here to get hitched to some backwoods noble. She wanted an escape, all right, and I was happy to give it to her. We snuck across the river a few nights ago for some private time. Come to find out, we weren't exactly alone. An ogre, taller than Winfrith's tails, sprung out of the forest, and we were so lost in the heat of the moment, we didn't notice it until it was upon us. It grabbed Elise and disappeared into the night before I could even pull my britches up. That's funny. Don't take this the wrong way, but this shop smells like an outhouse. Why didn't you mention this? So you abandoned her? Coward! And you suppose I should have run after the ogre with nothing but my own waning scepter to attack it? A lot of good that would have done us both. He measures you up with his gaze. She could still be alive. I'm in no shape to go after her, but that Haran looks like he'd have coppers to spare for anyone who found her. He scratches his cheek with his fingers, stained red and yellow. Others around here have seen the ogre east of town. Took most of Rumbald's pigs just the other day. If someone were to find it, there'd be a lot of grateful people in DYRFORD. Show me what you have for sale. Ooh. Exceptional stuff. Girdle of mortal protection and a troll hide belt. What? Often purchased by soldiers with the means. These belts are laden with charms, granting protection to the wearer, though a simple band of dark leather, a particular girdle. This particular girdle provides a defense against killing blows, turning a blade aside, at the final moment, or else cushioning a strike from a blunt object. Minus 27% crit damage taken. Nice, that's pretty nifty. Trollhide belt. This belt has been crafted from the mossy hide of a forest troll with intertwined vines and leaves forming a solid and resistant piece of clothing. Any damage done to the belt tends to be obscured by new growth, for the moss and small plants which grow upon the belt retain some life. Though the resulting effect is somewhat like wearing an herb garden around one's waist, the piece of hide holds some of the troll's power, granting the wearer the creature's ability to recover from wounds. Whoa! Plus 1 endurance per 3 seconds. Let's see what our belt situation is. Wild strike bonus. No belt. No belt. No belt prize. Pierce and slash resist. No belt. And prone reduction and dexterity 2. I'll grab both of those. We're getting some addendums added. Those are both very good. Now let's see if I can afford it somehow. Oh, we're close. I'm sorry, but the rest of the traps are going to have to go. It's just the way of things right now. Adirian dialects. I wanted to reread that. Probably go through some tomes. The Blashon, 3 perception, 25 defense against ground attacks. We need extra white snowcap. Immune to confuse, defense against charm, dominated. We can sell 2 of them. What about the ripple sponge? Plus 10% max endurance, 25 defense against poison defense and disease, I think that said. Yeah. Pearlwood chicken. Garogolon is perfect for ciphers. I remember it. And you got Goldratt Chew, a bunch of it, which is always good. Potion of Infuse with Vital Essence. Oh, plus 50 max endurance and max health for 45 seconds. We've got to give that to somebody. To Grieving Mother, but let's go ahead and trade. Still leaves us with about 600 unless we can maybe pop something else up there. Like the blunderbuss, really? How about the arbalest for 40? The hunting bow. We have a good S stock. I don't know if we'd want another one. Zarp quarterstaff all enchanted could be cool. Crossbow, let's get rid of. Great sword, let's get rid of. Keep the rest of the stuff. Right. And the blunderbuss, sell it. We could use the money. There we go. Trade. Bong bong. We still have 1,200 left, which is perfect. So the endurance regen or the less crit damage taken. Palagina. Aloth can get less crit damage. And Aloth, and Haravius will get a regen action. I think that's good. Or should Aloth get the regen? I don't know. Do that as is. Very good. Now let's explore the shop. We know what's up now with the ogre and everything. I want those pawns. Stay out of my private quarters. That goes for you and Haran's bootlickers. Unlock with courier's key. What's this? A bond? Dyes fill the wooden vats. They smell of dung and plant matter. I'm not one for chit-chat, Elf. Speak to Treegill if you've got questions. Now that makes me confused about your private quarters, or makes me a little,
I'll see what I can find.
suspicious. Well, we'll be okay for now, but if we find anything out, we'll be back. Oh, it's the watch tower
Be
itself.
cautious. Be constant.
Huh, I wonder why he wouldn't want anyone going in there. There's just vats of dye, presumably. Like he said, Inethol Silvar. You see a black-clad figure, bent low and moving slowly through a field. The figure holds a gleaming blade in his hand, keeping it hidden behind his back. He approaches another man who's crouched over, actions hidden by a large bush he has crawled halfway under. The figure stops moving as the man comes out from under the bush. You see that it is this man holding a handful of berries he has retrieved from a smaller bush that lies hidden in the overgrowth that surrounds it. He crawls back under the large bush, his arms moving again as he picks the berries. The figure begins moving again, slinking toward the man. He does not stop picking, but you see his head tilt very slightly to the side. He continues to work at the bush until the figure is almost on him. He backs out, hands full, and places the berries in the basket. Then he crouches before the basket, sorting the berries, removing leaves and any berry that doesn't look perfect. The figure comes up behind the man and raises the blade to strike. The man suddenly rocks back on his feet. Spinning around to face the figure behind him, he grabs the figure's wrist and falls onto his back, planting a leg into the center of the figure's chest. The figure flies over the man and lands on his back in the dirt. The man is straddling the figure in an instant, his hand snapping out, hitting several points around the head and neck. The figure immediately falls unconscious. The man stands and retrieves the basket, collecting the berries and placing them back where they belong. Then he returns to picking.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Pretty cool. Let's see what's on this side of the river, if anything. Oh, River Reed, perfect. House around guards. We'll go east, I guess. Wait. If these people have nothing to hide, why won't they let us search? To think this place used to be a noble's keep, and those hayseeds tore it down. I want to go check Hylena's or whatever real quick. Get her opinion of what's going on.
Quiet.
Andina. And there's also possibly that place. Andina's apothecary. Potions for sale, potions and ow. Oh. You did hear about the ogre, didn't you? Ate all from Bolt's pigs.
Hail, traveler.
A young woman leans against the wagon. One arm and one side of her face are covered in bandages with raw, rippled flesh showing underneath. A minty, tangy scent wafts from her dressing. She smiles painfully. Just ventured into town? I'm about dry on some of my stocks, but you're welcome to have a look-see. How did you get burned? She turns her face to the ground. By the flame, how bad does it look? Just say it. I know you'll tell me straight. It looks like it hurts. She laughs ruefully. That's a mighty soft way of putting it. I've been keeping an eye on a drake's nest east of town at DYRFORD Crossing. The beast stayed just long enough to lay a clutch and moved on. Thank the Sky Mother it wasn't a full-grown dragon. She looks at her bandaged arm and grimaces. Fresh eggs are much more useful than the ones that get passed between merchants or left in nests for weeks or more, and that clutch looked to be at its peak. Thought I'd see about getting an egg, but I didn't realize so many of them had already hatched, or that young worms were so territorial. What's so special about these eggs? They're one of the strongest tonics known to Kith. If you leave out Karogolan, of course. Not saying anyone should take that. But dragon eggs are known to make kith bold, purposeful. Some even think they'll protect from beeswax, she shrugs. All I know is everyone's pining after potions made from dragon eggs. But the dang roads can't reach none of my suppliers, so I'm stuck with whatever I can scrounge up in the wood. Deercap, river reed, and the like. I can get an egg for you. She keeps her gaze steady, but you see hope kindling in her eyes and twitching at the corners of her mouth. I sure hope you're not leading me on. I don't think I could stand getting burned again. She bites her lip. If you really mean to go after it, I'd certainly pay you. Just remember, big as they are, dragon eggs are fragile, and there's a lot more I can do with a whole one.
How do you do?
She adjusts one of her bandages. Anything else I can do for you? I've got some handy ointments if you're braving the roads anytime soon. What's wrong with the roads? A noise of disgust rattles from her throat. Brigands, looters, you name it. The gods may be hollowing out our babies, but it's grown folk that's rubbing out the rest of us. People are scrambling to Defiance Bay because they hear there's healthy births there, and all those refugees in abandoned homes attract desperate sorts like flies on dog crap. Actually, I'm looking for a missing noblewoman. Oh, that lord's daughter? She was a new shade of green when I seen her the other morning. Chatting with Teargill, she was. Or Treegill, she was, just outside his shop. She points at the crumbling tower. What was wrong with her? She tugs at a bandage. No offense, but I hardly know you. I'm not one for gossip, and I certainly don't want to cause the poor girl any trouble. You're talking about morning sickness. Was she pregnant? She sighs. Aye, and worked into a state about it, she was. That girl was so sick she didn't even notice Treegill's stink. I offered her some herbs to take care of the problem. Thought it might save her some trouble with her old man, but she wouldn't have it. Lord Haran said she was ill from travel. She laughs. That weren't no road sickness. Trust me, I know it when I see it. Thanks for the information.
Gods keep you.
She adjusts one of her bandages. Anything else I can do for you? I've got some handy ointments. Show me your wares. She steps aside. Sure thing. The shelves of her cart contain jars, vials, and bundled paper packets. Some potions, some drugs. Oh, opals and pearls. Audra, cool. Audra's cheap. Interesting. We don't need anything right now.
Nice and quiet.
So we're almost done with DYRFORD, guys, and then we're going to head to an adventure map east of town. This is someone's house, I guess. Let's look in. I don't think we've been in here. Willie Ferris. A ledger lies open on the desk. It lists purchase and sale amounts for various alchemical ingredients and concoctions.
Isn't this something?
Trap detected. A sack of some sort with 2 grain. We'll disarm the trap. 25 golden dukes and major endurance potion. But it's stealing. Willie, you notice the modestly furnished home, warm from the cooking fire lit at its far end. This man is sitting in a high-backed chair looking at a large book with a small boy in his lap. He smiles and asks the child about the pictures on the pages as he points to different parts of them. He looks up as a woman approaches to stir something in the pot hanging over the fire. She adds some carrots to the pot, mixes them in, then stands and turns to the man. She says something to him and leans in to give him a kiss when a knock comes at the door. The man makes to stand and the woman motions for him to stay. She walks to the door and glances out the window. It is already too dark outside for anything to be seen. She lifts the bolt on the door and pulls it open, revealing a tall, lanky man with a strange smile on his face. There's a wet, tearing sound, and the woman makes a weak groan, collapsing to the floor, blood quickly pooling around her. The man in the chair leaps to his feet, grabbing his son, interposing himself between the boy and the man at the door, who steps over the body and enters the house. Galark vowed you would feel his pain. The man says conversationally as 4 other men enter the house behind him. It appears your rent has come due. Oof. So, if we were to take him down, that's the thing. This guy seems pretty evil, right? What would happen if we attacked him? We have never tried this. I'm just curious.
I'll teach you.
He goes down immediately. He's got some stuff on him. Did we perform some sort of evil motion? We sent him to the wheel. Huh. He's got gear. I just was curious what would happen, but we're not going to do that. How long have we been playing? 35 minutes. Time goes so fast in this game because we just get enraptured in it. So hope you guys are enjoying as well. We are going to get into more combat, I'm sure, next episode. So stay tuned for that. Let's have a peek down here. This was Winfritz. We already checked Winfritz. That was the exit of town down there. Can't item St. Gerin's Horn. You made quite the impression in Defiance Bay. What brings you here? While you're in town, get some poultices from Handina. The roads are dangerous these days. Come up this way, I guess. Hero and Dadalyn McLean. Huh. Dadalyn McLean. You see this man in the middle of the forest, back against a tree. His head is turned and he strains to hear something. He turns his head the other direction and slowly slides down the tree, ending in a crouch. He cautiously moves forward, keeping to the shadows. His steps are silent as he gingerly places his feet between twigs and leaves. A grunting noise echoes through the quiet morning, and shuffling footsteps rustle as they approach him. He cranes his head around the trunk of the tree and spies his target. He edges his way around the tree, keeping it between him and his quarry. The shuffling comes closer, the grunting now accompanied by a wet snuffle. Bracing himself against the tree, he holds his position, waiting. Then, with almost supernatural grace, he pushes himself from the tree and swings around it to the right, practically running along its trunk, floating as he moves. He lands in front of the boar, rooting its way around the clearing, his knife flicking lightning quick across its neck. Before the startled animal can even react, he leaps onto its back, squeezing his knees into its sides and gripping the hair at the back of its neck. The beast starts to buck and tries to run from its attacker, but the man merely holds on and waits for the inevitable, enjoying the thrill of a hard-earned feast, thinking about what herbs would bring out the boar's natural flavors best. In seconds, the struggle is over and the thrill is gone, replaced by the same dull craving that brought him here in the first place. It has left him faster even than the last time, and already he thinks about how he might top it. Dadalyn McLean and Hero. You see a man stumble, unfamiliar vestments tripping him. He pushes himself to his feet, unsteady, and continues along the empty road. His lips are chapped and dry, skin glazed with dust, and something about the set of his jaw tells you he has far yet to walk. As night stains the sky, he stops, whispering a fire into existence with the help of some wood. He attempts to sleep, staring into the stars. He continues in this fashion for several days, only occasionally drinking water from a goat skin as he moves. It takes him days to reach the temple, and when he does, his knees falter and give way, crashing him to the ground. The monks take him in, and he shares his tidings, meaningless to anyone but them. And when he is recovered, he begins anew, his stride strengthened with food and rest, mind clear with meditation and purpose, and a long way yet to walk. Hero.
I'll stay out of sight.
Alright, let's come over here, more river read. But I'm going to wrap it up here in a sec, guys. I want to say thank you for joining me, as always. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. we'll head to Deerford Crossing next time. There's so much cool content left, it seems, that we definitely want to get to. Cleobon Relag notwithstanding. And we want to take out this ogre and see what that's about. And lots of fun stuff. So definitely stay tuned, guys. We are nowhere done. Like I said, I'm trying my hardest to keep playing and eventually make it to Pillars 2. I've already played about 64 episodes of Pillars 3, aka Avowed. And I want to play more of that as well. I'm totally Pillars in here, all into the Pillars world. Loving every second of it. And I do want to play more Avowed. We'll see how that works, but you guys would have already seen the videos up by the time you see this one. Somehow I have this video all the way in December, and it's actually May here, guys, so pretty crazy, all the videos I've stacked up. But anyway, hope to see you guys next time. Until then, all quick PSA, you can become a member, which is a really huge help for my channel. Info and links are in the description. And finally, I hope to see you all next time. Until then, be well, live well, stay well, and much love, peace, and joy. Don't go anywhere. Lots of fun combat, I'm sure, next time, and more. So see you guys then. Ciao for now.